So then, welcome everyone to the first tutorial session that we're going to be doing for Veil of Aurora, which is going to be a spin-off series based off of Rime of the Frost Maiden, where we follow the module, but I get to do my own little bullshit with it. Just as a reminder for people who are new to watching this channel, tutorial sessions are basically personal session zeros that I do for every player that will help introduce their character into the setting and world, and to also knock off any rust and getting to learn their character and everything. And for our first tutorial, we are going to be going with Therion, who is Tori's character.
Hello.
Yeah. So then, we already have our intro videos that I will have linked into the description, so we won't be doing an intro every single session. But yeah, we are just going to get right into it. You ready?
I am. Well, and again, we'll see how long I can keep up the Moe voice today.
Yeah. No problem. Okay. So then, Therion, you are traveling. You cannot feel the wind on your face. At least I don't think so. Do you think that Therion has, like, I don't know, I guess,
Like heat sensors or something?
maybe heat sensors or some kind of, like, imitation nerve, like, any kind of put into him?
I think he wouldn't. He'd only really notice that something is wrong if like parts of his like limbs start like freezing up or there's too much frost on him, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, like, he has receptors to, like, things being functional, but he just can't actually, like, feel it.
No.
Gotcha. So yeah, you are unable to feel the wind on your face. However, you are able to at least recognize the billowing of your cape, as you are currently on a sky ship. It's an airship that is heading to Icewind Dale, which is where you have heard rumor of a frozen over and hidden city that you know the name of. Ithrin.
Nice.
Yeah. And you are not too far away from making your arrival at Icewind Dale, and currently the city or the town that you will be making your drop off in is going to be East Haven. Now,
All right.
mm-hmm. It's a pretty standard ship that you're on. It's just that it is in the air by magical means. It seems that with these recent ships and everything, basically you will have a caster that will be the central to it, that is aiding with the magical components and mechanics of the ship. And for the most part, they end up being storm sorcerers, or they end up being clerics of the Tempest domain, to where they are able to impact the winds and everything that lift up the ship into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, it is a very basic ship. Is there anything that you would like to do, like, around on the ship?
How many people are on the ship?
So there are actually not many people on this ship at all, except for the ship hands. Like, for the people that are actually traveling to Icewind Dale, there are only, like, maybe 4 people on this large ship, because not many people actually are traveling to Icewind Dale in recent years at all. And actually, why don't you roll me a history check just to see, like, what you would have gathered about Icewind Dale currently.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Oh, all right.
it's a 17, but that's a -1 in history, so it's a 16.
Still good.
Yeah, it's still very good. So, what you've been able to learn about Icewind Dale is that it is stuck in a just perpetual winter. and also night, as there is a curse that has been laid across this land by a wrathful god named Aurora. And so Icewind Dale is currently not a nice place to travel to because of the constant harsh winters and ice storms, blizzard, avalanches, everything that's happening here, but also because the sun is not allowed to rise over this land anymore, thanks to this curse.
Okay.
But you see the few people that are here to travel, they have begun to get very bundled up and ready for this harsh just temperature. Luckily you don't have to, but the people that you have met so far on this ship, would you be interacting with everyone?
Yes, and I like to headcanon that, like, because there's like so few people on the boat besides, like, you know, the staff or the crew, I want to imagine Therion being really annoying.
Yeah.
like he's just like sitting there just being like repeatedly, like maybe like once every like 10 minutes or so, like, what is the estimated time of arrival?
Oh god.
Which is to say, he's basically been going, are we there yet? Like for every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'd imagine that he does ask that a lot, because as you get like closer to this place, you're not able to really tell time anymore. And the people that you have met on this ship, you have learned that they're actually very smart. They are considered scholars and actually, well, very well trained in the arcane arts, as they are members of what is called the Arcane Brotherhood. And, well, they, for the most part, really try to avoid you. Most of them, anyways. You have met, from the people that you have met, there is one who is an albino-looking tiefling by the name of Avarice, and she is probably like the coldest of them all. She absolutely cannot stand you and does not give you the time of day. Whenever you are coming into the room, she just immediately leaves. And then there is a man in like very shabby like clothing. His name is Zahn. It's a very hard name to pronounce for me personally, because it starts with a D, Z-A-A-N, Zahn. Is how I'll be going with it. He tolerates you, but mainly just stays very focused in his books and his studying. The one that actually like gives you the time of day and like will actually like talk with you, her name is Veline, and she is this old woman with an eye patch. She has very like short cut hair. Her hair has gone just like pure white, and she's very old, wrinkled, and honestly, you would almost mistake her for being constantly freezing, because she seems to always kind of be a little bit trembling whenever she talks with you. Though it doesn't show in her voice, it shows within her body, as her hands are always just kind of shaking a little bit, and she always makes sure to stay in a very sturdy area, because her balance is not the best, especially as you get into these harsher winds in the sky.
Oh, I think if that's the case, then I'm sure like Therion would spend most time with her, and I'm sure it's like range from just like really stupid and insensitive shit like, I bet you lost your eye in combat when you were younger.
She would end up, like, kind of chuckling about that. It's like, just, oh, what gives you that guess?
Eyes on bipedal individuals are very abnormal.
Oh my god.
But also, like, I'm sure, like, he's also had some, like, more thoughtful or, like, wholesome moments, like, say, like, oh, she's human, right?
Yeah, she's human.
Okay. Elderly human beings are extra susceptible to hypothermia. It is well advised to get some extra blankets. I will go retrieve some, and just runs off.
No. She just ends up chuckling, like, everything. He's like, oh, you're very sweet, thank you.
He's just really stupid.
Yeah. And you know what? During your time of, like, getting things to kind of, like, accommodate her into helping her survival, could you roll me, actually, an investigation check or a perception check?
Okay.
Ooh,
all right.
Nice. Okay, let me double check something. Do. Okay, I'm going to make a roll. I'm scared about it showing up on Foundry when it needs to be private, so I'm going to use my own physical dice.
Alrighty.
Okay, yeah, no. During your time of walking around the ship, there are these magic users that you have met and everything. However, one day as you were going around, you end up spotting someone new who was hiding amongst, what is it called? Supplies. Yeah, the cargo.
Okay.
So you end up finding or noting at least someone who is hiding amongst the cargo and is like very purposely like trying to stay out of sight.
Yeah, but he's seen this person still, right? So
they were not amongst the people that were boarded visibly. So basically this is a stowaway.
Stowaway detective.
Yeah. Like, you say that out loud.
Yes, I do.
You say that out loud, and she, like, this woman, this, like, just, like, very timid looking, like, human woman, just immediately, she's like, ah!
What is your name, stranger? I have not seen you on this boat before, or on this ship before.
My name is Nas.
Very nice to meet you, Nas. I am Therion Unit 1.
Oh, okay. Hello, Therion Unit 1.
You look like you don't mean any harm, so I will leave you be.
Thank you. I'm not here illegally, so you don't have to alert anyone. I'm just
Oh, do not worry. I am not a patrol bot. I am a combat soldier bot.
Okay. That's kind of scares me. Please just don't throw me overboard.
Oh my god. Yeah. I guess that's how it goes.
Yeah, during this time, like, basically you will still see her kind of, like, hiding, and, like, just for, your player understanding, I don't know if Therion would pick this up, but it's mainly that she is trying to just stay out of the sights of the arcane users, specifically.
I see. Gotcha.
But yes, I think, on one of the days where you ask, like, you know, are we there yet? Vilene, according to what I know, with the distance that we've been traveling and the amount of time, we should be arriving there in about, I'd say, 3 hours.
Oh, excellent. And then I'm sure, like from what it sounds like, they've been traveling for like days at least. So like, I'm pretty sure Therion has to like anyone who would actually listen, has basically given his entire fucking life story.
Oh my.
You've seen the D&D movie, right?
Yeah.
Like he basically goes on and on like the first like 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh my god. He just goes. We really need Jonathan here. Okay. Yeah.
And like, when people ask him like, was that necessary, or like, why are you doing this, or are you done yet, like, etc., etc., he'll just simply reply with like, this unit is very mentally understimulated right now.
Understimulated right now. Just
I'm bored.
Nods. They're just like, there are a lot of them that feel very awkward about this, because it's just like, okay, I didn't really want to know your life story there, bud. But then there are others that are just like shocked and they don't know what to say about this.
He just trauma dumped on an entire crew.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
And he doesn't even know he's trauma dumping.
Yeah. Zahn doesn't give really like much of this. Again, he's staying kind of like in his books. Maybe sometimes like you would mention something and like they would perk up, like, his curiosity is like, oh, what's that? But then mainly for the most part, Zahn is not very interested. Like, however, like, Avarice and Valine are the ones that actually end up, like, listening. Avarice, surprisingly, because usually she really just avoids you, but, hearing about this, she gets very interested. And, like, she leans in one night and just like, so you are a war machine?
Yes, and the fact that you are inquiring more questions means you must care about me.
I would not go that far at all.
I see.
No, I have no emotional care for you at all. However, I have an intellectual care for what you are and what you can do. Huh. Have you ever been in battle, used your abilities?
Well, that is where it confounds me, because I possess no records of ever being deployed in battle.
A pity. What? So you are a war machine. What is it that powers you? How are you functioning?
So I, as a player, don't have the technical mumbo jumbo, to explain exactly what's going on. But effectively, like, Therion, like, summarizes it with, like, just, like, he's embedded with a core, but doesn't give, like, the extreme amount of detail that, like, his, like, creator or engineer would know. He just basically just, like, I just have a core and stuff.
Yeah, this... Avarice kind of continues with this. It's just like, is this core magical? Is this arcane? Is this divine?
I think it's run by magic.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Are you a scholar of Ithrin?
Therion. No, I am not. I have heard of this place, though.
Where I am going.
Is it now? Huh.
He just has the stupidest smile on his face.
And Avarice, like, kind of smiles to herself, but Valine ends up, like, interrupting and saying, just... Well, I hope that you are able to find your home and what you are searching for. Be able to use
Hope so.
your abilities.
I hope so too. I hope so too, because I heard that Ithrin has been long gone for a while. So maybe, just maybe, if there's some semblance of that civilization still active, then maybe 2/3 of my directives won't be inactive anymore.
God, just nods during that time. Can you roll me another perception check?
God, my boy is such a moron.
He's just a guy.
Is the dice roll not showing up? There it is.
There it goes. Okay.
He's doing very well.
Yeah, another 17 on perception. Nice. So, with that, as this travel is happening and you were discussing with them, Therion, you end up picking up movement out of the corner of your receptors, and through a window, you see that there is something flying outside of the ship.
Is it like a bird, something bigger?
It is something bigger, and it is getting closer. And that is when your receptors is able to pick up that these are similar to wyverns. But either way, even though you cannot pick up the certain name of this breed, though you know the family class that they are from, you immediately detect it as a threat.
Airborne threat detected, and he just like turns his head like in the general direction.
I thought they're just like, oh, and like they turn and they look, and Avarice is just like, well, I suppose a fight is going to happen. I'm going to return to my rooms and allow the crew to handle that. Valine...
It is advised that you seek shelter.
Avarice just, like, nods and just strolls away. Valine, on the other hand, looks to you, just... Will you aid the crew on the top deck?
Of course, and it is also especially advised for the elderly to seek shelter.
Of course. I will do so. And yeah, she says that she will go towards her room and allow you to head up for a battle. So, it's probably not going to show up in the, or maybe it will show up in the Foundry. But we are going to enter combat. I mean, because you got a high enough perception, you're not going to be taken by surprise or anything. So there's no surprise round. So we will be going right into initiative rolls.
Nice. I think as Therion's like going up to deck to aid the crew, despite I'm pretty sure like everybody else, like once they register what's going on, they're going to be varying degrees of panicked. But Therion just has like, you know, his like stupid smile on his face and like his great axe in his hands, and he's clearly excited, like, oh boy.
Oh boy. Yep. You go up to... Oh good, it did roll. Okay. Cool. Initiative 16. Damn, nice. Alright. And then I will roll for the crew and the wyvern, and let me get battle music. Okay. So then, Therion got a 16 for initiative. Now, this little runt, an ice wyvern. They get... Oh. That is an 18. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a... Okay, and let's see what the crew gets. A 12. Gotcha.
Ooh. I'm gonna also have to dig up the wild magic barbarian table too. So just give me a sec.
Yep, take your time. As this smaller wyvern-looking creature glides up to the ship. Now that you have a closer look at it, it's definitely a wyvern, but there's something wrong with it. Its thick hide is almost like in patches. You can see some of like the soft, just like skin that is poking out underneath. And there are chips of ice that are just hanging off of it as it flies. Some of it breaking off into pieces and just going about in these sparks, but yet the chips of ice then grow back after they fall off.
Oh, by the way, on the foundry, is there like a map? Like, I'm still on the banner.
There will not be a map for this one.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're going to be using our just imagination, theater of the mind for this.
All right.
Because it should be pretty simple. But yeah, so you can just imagine a very basic, like, standard ship, like just top deck. There's nothing like special about it, even though there should probably be something to like hold off the winds, but because of magic there isn't. So you were able to stand on the deck without a problem, and this wyvern is going to come up, and well, it has about 3 targets. There's the ship itself, there's you, and there's the crew. So I am going to roll a d4 to see what it is going to be attracted to. Currently, right now, you have more of a chance of it being attracted to you because you're very different and you're very... Oh boy. You're a big boy. And to it means, big snack.
It probably also doesn't help that, like, Therion, like, starts insulting it, like, your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries.
Therion!
Because, you know, provoking an opponent is, clearly the best way to get into combat, which he craves.
Definitely. Even though it cannot understand you. Okay, so 1 and 2 will be Therion. 3 will be the crewmates, and 4 will be the ship.
Alright.
Okay, 2. Therion, it is going to go for you.
Okay.
Okay. It is going... Whoop! It is going to just swoop down towards you and try to go with its claws first. That is a 20 to hit.
Oh, wow, alright, yeah, that hits.
Okay. So it is going to hit you, and then it is going to deal... As the claws of it are not the normal claws, but are of these extended icicles that kind of puncture just a bit into your metal frame.
So then is that cold damage, or...?
No, it's not. It is going to be just a total of 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
But the thing is that it has multi-attack.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and so it's then going to try to bite into you, as it has its claws on you. That is not going to work. It's going to break its fucking teeth on you.
Oh, did it crit fail?
Not a crit fail, but it's still very low at a 9.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, that's not gonna work. How, you know what, how would you like to deflect off its bite?
Yeah, I think, okay, do I want to go about it like the logical way or the funny way?
Whichever your heart wants.
He tries to bite it back.
Try to bite it back. Well, we'll see how that goes. It is now your turn, Therion, as it's confused with your trying to bite it.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm gonna enter rage.
Okay.
And that requires me rolling wild magic. So let's see here.
Yes.
Okay. All right, 4 is here. Here we go.
Ooh.
All right. So so my great axe damage is gonna change to force damage.
Nice.
And it can be light and thrown. It's basically yeah, you can just like recall it if it gets lost.
Thor hammer.
Cause at this point, like, you know, he's like the wyvern's like already like right in front of him, so like throwing it is not really useful right now. But anyways, so now that we know that, I can go ahead and try to attack. Well, okay. So the thing is, though, I think instead of, okay, how big is this wyvern actually?
It would be considered a medium creature.
Okay, so do you think it's gonna incur a disadvantage if I try to attack it with a great axe? Like, is it
No.
like, okay, all right. Well, it's not gonna work regardless.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it, sadly.
No. And then I think okay, yeah, I think I don't have any bonus actions I can use. Okay, yeah, I think that's it then.
Okay. And then next is the crew, as they are going to help in trying to fend off this ice wyvern.
I have him distracted.
You do. One of them is going to try to run up to try to get it with a net. So that goes. Oh, that goes actually pretty well. Okay. So they are going to get this very thick rope just over it and get it tangled up. The wyvern starts screeching in just distress, and basically through this move it ends up kind of falling over. It is unable to fly with this net kind of tangling it up, so now it is prone.
Nice.
Yeah. And then there is one more crew hand that will try to attack it. It will now have advantage because of the rope and prone. Oh, Jesus Christ, crew, that's a nat 20. Okay, calm down.
Oh, well, okay.
Damn, Jesus, calm down. Okay, I'm gonna mark down that damage. Alright, and it is the wyvern's turn. The wyvern is going to try to get out of this net. Let's see if it can do that. With a 4, it cannot. It is just flailing around, and it's making it worse for itself.
Oh, no.
So, Therion, it is your turn, and it is still considered prone.
Alright, so, is there, like, a way to, like, toggle on and off, like, advantage, like, in Roll20, or do I just roll it twice?
There's usually a button that you can push. Let me double check that.
Oh, I think I have it? Hold on. Oh, wait, no, that's not.
What button to hold to do advantage on D&D Beyond? So, okay. If you right-click on the attack, apparently, you can have the option of doing advantage or not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in that case, Therion's gonna go for one of the wings.
Okay.
Especially since it's a wyvern, like, you know, having its wings disabled is not just a matter of, like, can it fly or not, but also, can it even walk or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. Alright, one of them hits. Can I... Wait. Yeah, it's not rolling damage. Okay, I'll just roll damage. Alright. Alright, so that's 10 slashing.
Ooh, nice. Okay, 10 slashing. God damn. Yeah, you end up, I think, just completely taking off, like, one of its wings.
Oof.
Because, like, the odd thing about it is that it doesn't just cleave through like meat, but there's a shattering sound, as on the inside of the flesh you can see that it's ice.
Huh.
The bones. And yeah, it is. Is there anything else that you would like to do? If you would like to move around it or do a certain bonus action?
I'll move around to, like, wherever, its other wing is so that I can be, like, prepared to attack that too.
Okay. We'll do that. And the crew, picking up on what you are doing, they will do the same and attempt to go for the wing. Okay, advantage. Okay, that first one from the one crewmate will hit. Let's check with the other crewmate. Okay. Other crewmate will hit as well. Do. Damn. Okay, guys. Fuck. What the fuck is up with these crewmates? They just got
These
max.
crewmates are jacked.
Yeah, they are. They're freaking JoJo characters here, just like buff. And yeah, they also end up like cleaving through the other wing, and so now, this has left this ice wyvern without the ability to fly.
Snake.
Say that again.
It's a snake.
It's a snake. It still has feet. It's what do you call a snake with feet? I don't know.
I don't.
But okay. It is literally on its last legs. As it'll still try to get out of this net. Okay. With the wings weighing down like the back end of this net, it is able to push out and, in a last desperate attempt, try to bite someone. I will... you know what? No, it's gonna go for you, Therion, just because, like, you're the one that initiated this destruction of wings. So it's gonna try to go out and bite you. Okay. Let's see here. So, that's a 19 to hit.
This wyvern's angry.
It's angry.
But yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. So, let's see our bite attack. Okay. Bite attack, we'll do this. Okay, so you're going to take 6 piercing damage, but half of that because of your rage. So that'll be 3. And yeah, it is now your turn. I will let you know that with physical attacks and melee attacks, it is possible to try and non-lethally deal with an enemy. Like, I'm just letting you know that that is an option and an ability that you have, but you are totally free to just kill this thing if you want.
I mean, it seems plenty hostile to me. And plenty hostile to the crew, so, and as far as Therion's concerned, like, that's all that matters, so, I'm gonna go ahead and roll to kill.
Okay. Yeah, do an attack roll. Oh yeah, that is.
Oh, okay. Damage. Oh.
Oh.
I don't know if that kills, but...
No, it's okay. But it was really down to its last leg. So, yeah, how would you like to do this?
I think I'd like to first of all, like, Therion shakes off the wyvern off him physically,
Mm-hmm.
and then once the wyvern's on the ground and literally on its last legs, he just swings his great axe and decapitates it, and then turns around to the rest of the crew, and just asks, as if nothing has happened, he just asks them, "When is your estimated time of arrival?"
Oh my god! When is the estimated time of arrival? And they just like, in an hour.
Excellent. I see that all of you are unharmed. Thank you for your contributions.
Yeah, thank you too. Sir? Yeah, the crew are a little bit like taken aback, but like they appreciate it, and they're just gonna be kind of like discussing amongst themselves around this wyvern as they look over it. Do you stay around to hear that, or do you go to check on the people that you had advised to seek shelter?
I do want to I think I'm gonna go back and check on the people.
Okay.
And let them know that the threat has been neutralized. The body of the wyvern is still on the ship. It may be potentially used for... Actually, error! It cannot be used for sustenance. It is made of ice!
Okay. Yeah, the first one that you actually end up seeing is Valine, who... Well, she doesn't hide it. She didn't actually return to her room. She's the first one that's near the stairs that was just watching you. Oh. You're very impressive.
Valine, why did you not seek shelter as I advised?
I wanted to make sure that everyone was okay, and to see if my assistance would be needed.
Oh, that is very kind and noble of you.
She nods. Huh. There's like a little look towards the little ice wyvern. But and she looks up towards you. There was a burst of magic that happened around you when you initiated in battle. Is this normal for your kind?
As I haven't met other Therion units, I can't say whether it's normal, but it's normal for me.
I see. How interesting. Well then. I hear that we'll be arriving in an hour. We should prepare.
Yes, that's great. I've been asking at least a dozen times, so so asking that many times must have worked.
I suppose it did. You brought us closer. Well, we'll prepare for arrival. And yeah, God. As you
Are you going to be staying in East Haven?
For a short time, but then we will be traveling out.
I see. Perhaps we may cross paths again.
I hope we do. That would be wonderful.
He seems very happy about that. He likes Valine.
Yeah. And so, as this hour comes to an end, the ship starts to lower and descend towards this town that you see. And the thing is that it is by this very large set of water, but it's completely just closed off by ice. You're not sure if it would ever like meet where the sea used to be. So it would make sense of why it needs to be traveled to through the air. The ship never actually lands in the water or like on the docks. It actually stays hovering above, as you can see that ice is already starting to immediately kind of gather onto it. And so the entire crew is already like instructing, he's like, all right, everyone off. And they just lower like a rope ladder. They are not going to fully stop here, but they are going to drop you all off, and they will have to immediately leave before they are trapped here with the frozen ship.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think I asked one more annoying question before I leave the ship, though.
Go for it. Please tell me, what is your annoying question?
I am very heavy. Is this going to support my weight?
The ladder, I mean, of course.
Yeah. It's like, they just like look at you, they look at the ladder, and they're just like, you know, that's a good question. How about you go last?
Okay, so as a GM, does it actually like hold his weight?
You know, roll a D100, like choose high or low, and then
Okay.
roll a D100.
High, and then I'm gonna roll the D100. Okay, 47.
So as you start to go down this ladder, there's a snapping sound. And all I can think of is just a before you plummet. Let me just roll some fall damage. You're just going to like create a Therion sized and shaped indent in the ground as you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Doesn't kill me though.
It doesn't kill you, no. They were just
I hope
like,
I didn't crush anybody.
no, you're okay. They made sure that no one was actually down there after your questioning of that. They were just like, yeah, let's have you be the last one and like wait for people to be gone. And so like there are just like these dock workers like that are around as you've like punctured through the dock and like into the ice, and they're just like, are you all right, sir?
Cannot kill me. I am a warforged.
Okay, I don't really know what that is.
I am made of metal.
Oh, okay.
Therion, citizen.
Yeah, alright, I fucking drinking too much for this. Like, they just go. And you will extract yourself, from the ice. As you can see, some frost is kind of starting to gather on you, and, like, the workers that are, like, all the way up, like, in the ship still, like, they're kind of calling down, but then they see you moving, and they're just like, okay, good. And they give, like, a signal to the other dock workers, and then they immediately start to fly away. And you can see some of the ice, like, break off from their ship with the movement. You know what? Now that you're here, roll me a perception, Therion.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
This boy is Persepi.
Scanning.
Scanning. So, Therion, as you scan through this place, you see that it is dark. It is like nighttime here. There is snow that is gently falling. It is harder to tell the humans and creatures here apart because of the thick layers that they wear. You are still able to at least notice the different style of wear of the Arcane Brotherhood that was traveling on the ship with you. As they are off to the side, they seem to be behind some of the little shacks that are on the docks. And you can hear very, like, frustrated and scolding voices coming from them. And you can also notice, though, even though it is dark here, like there is a glowing light that is coming from the center of the town, and you see there are people gathering there. You're also able to see this makeshift clock of sorts that signifies like the hour. Since they can't tell time anymore here, they have to do their own timekeeping. And right now, from this little makeshift like wooden what's it called? It's almost like this wooden statue that holds up the these little time plaques to where they switch out the numbers and everything. But you can also see above that there is this iconography of a moon. And you see that currently it is a full moon.
I see.
But yeah, the dock workers, after the ship have left, they have also immediately left and have headed towards the center of the town. Your travel companions don't seem interested in it personally, as they are having their moment amongst themselves. What would you like to do?
I think, let's see. Yeah, I think I'd like to just go towards the center and take a look at the clock and the iconography.
Okay. So, yeah. As you go towards the center of the town, you see where everyone is kind of huddling in the very center with that glow. You can hear like the crackling of fire. You can see little embers that are flying up from whatever they are surrounded by, but you stop by the little stand of what they use to keep time. And like as you have traveled like through into like the town to get a closer look of it, you see out of the corner of your eye like there are multiple setup posts of like time that are like all around here. But yeah, what would you like to check out with this little timekeeper?
So, I guess like first of all, like he would want to check like how long of a travel it's been, and like how what like any time account for any time zone differences, and then also to see if there's anything like peculiar about the way that they measure time here.
Mm-hmm. So, as you look over this, roll me an investigation. Oh.
Yeah, no.
That's okay. That's a 3. So as you look over it, sadly you can't find anything that will indicate a time zone or anything. There's not even like a set date, it seems, anymore with this. It seems that at least you can still kind of gather just from like putting the pieces together of like the main things that are actually here at this little stand, is that this place doesn't have a time zone. It doesn't have anything that it can really say in comparison to other parts and like countries or anything. They are only concerned with themselves and where they are, and everything is just being kept track by the hour, by something you're not sure what tells them by the hour.
Mm-hmm.
But also they seem to be very intent on keeping track of the moon cycles.
Okay. There you said there's like iconography of like a moon. Like, is it beyond just timekeeping purposes, or like do these people like worship anything?
There is an odd thing about the full moon, and it's the fact that with it comes this extra add-on that you can see like from a different little timepiece, where someone adds on this almost ceremonial attachment of ram horns onto the top of the timekeeping, where they are actual ram horns. They are tied together, and there are these leather cords that drape from them, and little wooden carvings kind of dangle from them with little kind of depictions of ice, snow, but also an owl.
I see. Do I need to roll anything to like recognize what this might be, or
You can roll me a religion check.
all right, this dumb boy about to roll intelligence. And does surprisingly well.
Okay. So you would be able to tell, because it's one of the main things that is known and talked about from Icewind Dale, is the goddess that had placed this curse over this land. They're called Oral. And this is iconography that is very close to one of the depictions of this goddess. And you believe that you had heard that there have been newly instated traditions to try to appease towards this goddess, to lessen this curse, to lessen her wrath.
I see. Does would he know like how long this curse has been going on?
It has been going on for about 3 years now.
Okay. What do the people seem to be doing right now?
They are all kind of gathered towards the center of the town, surrounding the glow that you still cannot identify from where you are.
Yeah, and in that case, like he's just gonna just kind of go, "Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, I am very large."
As you do that and you excuse yourself and you go see what it is that everyone is surrounded by, not surrounded by, but what they are surrounding. You get closer. You hear the cracking of wood, sparks, fire drifting through the air. And then you come upon the sight of what everyone is surrounded by, as they are huddling around the warmth of the fire of a pyre as they burn someone alive. And that is where we'll end your tutorial. You should come upon the site. Yep.
My God, is it okay? Is it like a can like Therion like discern if it's like a child or it's like an adult or like what?
It is an adult.
Okay.
They are already dead, but they were definitely not killed before this burning.
I see. I think Therion has his thoughts, but judging by how many people are around, it's a bit better not to voice them right now.
And we'll see what, yeah.
Yeah, he just slowly turns around and, like with a slight shake in his voice, goes back to just going like, "Excuse me, pardon me, I am very large and heavy, excuse me."
Oh. And yeah. With that, we'll end it there, and with the next tutorials, we'll see what everyone else says about this and how they react. For now, Therion steps away.